All right, all right, all right. Welcome to RIZN. All right, guys, listen. So I want to go ahead today. I want to kind of dive into something just kind of a little bit simple. But so I got off a meeting today. We had a meeting here today with we're acquiring a new. I wouldn't say acquiring, but um, one of our new clients. Right, we're picking up a heavy. Um, it's a company that's they're primarily in the healthcare space, right? And this is just kind of like a brief takeaway. It was a very interesting conversation. Met with the head of the operations, the marketing team, the director of marketing. While we're talking about it, right? And I was like, hey, listen, what is important to you, right? Because I was like, kind of like, I want to understand what exactly the areas in your business that you need, so that we can understand where we're going to be able to actually be of service to you. And there was a few areas, right? But one of it all that was kind of touched on was referrals, right? You're like, yeah, we need to increase our referral base. Like we have a huge lead database, but we need to increase our referrals. I was like, interesting. Okay. So I'm like, how are you guys working referrals right now? Explain it to me. And I'm like, okay, good. And I was like, okay, well, here is a game plan strategy as far as how we will come in and increase your referrals. And it's like, okay. And the game plan strategy was pretty simple. Is inside of the RIZN CRM, inside of the RIZN platform, there's automation triggers that can be set up in which automatically, once the call ends, they get a text message saying, hey, this, thank you for being on the call with us. We're offering this giveaway or whatever it is. If you bring a referral to us, you get this, and then the referral also gets this as well. This is the link to apply or submit the information for your referral, right? So we can do it automatically, just in case the representative doesn't do it, right? Because RIZN Results is there's a team of there's about six of us right now. Six is me. All right, I'm running the company. There is, as far as outside of the freelance side of things, is me. There is my director of operations, director of marketing. We subcontract everything else that we can, and whatever we can, we do it in house because mostly it's developers and marketers that are in the team. Okay, but it's a big network, but we subcontract most of everything else. Now, why do I bring that up, right? And as of now, that's six, but we're constantly growing. Why do I bring that up? I bring that up because this company, as big as they are still heavy on marketing. Okay, on referral marketing. They still want to increase the referral network, right? Money's not a problem, but they still want to increase the referral network, right? So I started thinking about it. Referrals doesn't cost you anything, right? So I started thinking about maybe the title of today's video. I wanted to make the title of today's video the tricks that you can use to market your business when you have no money. Because genuinely, when I first started out in business, when I first started out, running the operations, when I first started out, I can tell you this is nobody was telling me what I'm about to tell you. No one was telling me the areas in which I could market and grow my business in a very cost efficient way, right? No one was telling me this, right? I had to pretty much figure it out myself because initially I'm going to give you an example because my experience with sales is I'll tell you guys, I was a door-to-door insurance sales guy. I was selling insurance door-to-door. That was not my first experience though, because when I was in Nigeria, I was also selling. I was helping my father run the construction company that we had, right? I was doing that from like 11, right? I was age 11. Um, but I don't want to get carried away, all right? This is a very simple video. But basically, I started thinking, I'm like, when I was doing door to door, I was like, all right, I needed money. One time, I needed $5,000. I needed $5,000. I remember the time I called a few friends up. I'm like, hey, listen, guys, you have no choice. You're going to buy it. They're like, what? You have zero choice. You're buying it. They're like, what? I'm like, what is this? I need this information. Let's do it. That's it. I did not ask them if they wanted to buy. I told them they were buying. I'm like, you don't have this. You don't have this. You don't have this. You don't have this. And would you buying this from me? You get this. You get this. You get this. I didn't ask. I just told them. So why do I bring that up? When you start up in business, you have to use your circle, the people that you currently have, right? And if you strongly believe in your product, there's not going to be a problem with you actually pitching them, right? So talk to your friends and family. The first thing first, the first marketing trick that you want to use, and there's a bonus. There's actually a bonus. There's actually a bonus at the end of it all. First marketing trick you can use for your business when you have no money is actually selling to friends and family. Selling to friends and family. Sell to your friends and family. How do you do that? You don't just go, hey, listen, I just started out with doing this, if you were ever interested, just call me. No, you be like, hey, you don't have this and you don't have this. I'm coming over to your house and you're getting it. You're not going to say no. It's very interesting to understand when you sell to friends and family, when people see you as a friend, you cannot approach sales with your friends from a friend perspective. Okay. You have to approach it from a different perspective, more or less as far as a service perspective, right? A perspective, because you have to think about it is if you believe so strongly that your product can be of value to them, then there's absolutely zero reason why you should be hesitating to actually sit them down and say, hey, listen, you don't have this, you don't have this, you don't have this, you don't have this. And the reason why you don't have it is because nobody in our circle knows how to do this. And I know it, I have the product, you're getting it now. Like, oh, I got to think about it. No, you don't. Okay. Let's get this done. Okay. Because tomorrow evening, we're going out. All right. Done. No questions asked. Let's do it. That's how you sell to friends and family. So I would recommend if you're new in business, you want to make some money, talk to your friends and family. Number two is referrals. Like I told you, this company, as big as they are, as big as they were, they were still working their referral base, right? How can you incentivize? Because referrals work in a, think about it this way. Imagine this is your company, right? This is your company. And I want you to imagine in the sense as to a customer comes and does business with you, right? This is customer Joe, right? They do a business with you. Now you want Joe to bring someone to you. Now the thing is this, Joe strongly, even if you have to think about it, bad news spreads faster than good news. If Joe had a phenomenal experience with you, he's gonna be like, oh, hey, listen, I just went to, let's say you're a chiropractor. Joe had a good experience, like, yeah, man, you should go check out my chiropractor. But Joe is not really going to be heavily incentivized to get you to go to the chiropractor, right? Regardless of how good the chiropractor is. But let's say Joe had a terrible experience. Like you were on there and Joe was like, man, the chiropractor cracked my back. I was like, oh. And then it was like, oh. And I was like, oh. And I was like, oh. And then you're like, don't ever go there. And then they're like, oh, okay, not going there. So you have to understand, bad news, if a customer has bad experience with you, they will spread and tell people and do everything within their power to make sure that nobody comes and does business with you, right? So you have to understand something is this. When you want to incentivize people to come to your business, you have to actually use ethical bribes. Ethical bribe is kind of like, hey, Joe, listen, I know you had a good experience with us, right? If you refer a friend or family, right, they get their first treatment at 50% off, okay? And then you get your next treatment for free. Joe's like, you telling me if I bring this person, they get 50% off and then my next treatment's free? Of course. Listen, you're the best chiropractor ever. Of course. Listen, let me go get my wife. She's coming. Oh, no. She's coming. That's what he's going to go do. He's not go get his wife. Go get his girlfriend too. Just kidding. Don't come at me. Just kidding. So, you have to understand something. You have to very much understand that if you want referrals, you have to actually push for it. You push for it by giving people ethical bribes. Ethical bribes saying, hey, you do this, they get this, and you get this. Don't just say, hey, when you refer somebody, you get 50%. They don't get anything. That's called an affiliate. You just pay them a commission. They're basically a salesperson. But the reality is most people feel bad when they are benefiting at the expense of others. So you have to make sure that everybody, there's a mutual benefit. When you make it a mutual benefit, everyone's like, oh yeah, of course. Why not? Listen, once you bring them in, they get this free. I get this free because now guess what? They need to go give a pitch. They'll be like, oh, when they go talk to their friend, hey, you go to my chiropractor, man, they're doing this thing where when you sign up, you get 50% off. I'm paying $70. You get 50% off. I get it for free. So, go do it. It's only $35. Go right now. And then most businesses are not going to be able to justify that expense because they're like, well, we're giving them a free service and then we give 50% off. We're losing money. But the truth is this is, if you strongly believe that you guys give, because you have to understand, when you legitimately are opt in for RIZN to actually grow your business with a RIZN platform, the first thing that happens is a member of the marketing team reaches out to you to find out what business you're in. And then after they reach out to you, the next thing that happens is an onboarding team will reach out to you to get you onboarded and set up. And then after that, you will get a dedicated account manager to go ahead and help you run any questions you have. You have a dedicated account manager. You say, hey, listen, I have this wrong. You go ahead and send them a message. Boom, they go ahead and message you back. Hey, okay, good. I'm here. I'm helping you out. You can hit them up anytime. So this way you have your own support, one personal support. We made sure to at least make sure that you have as much personalized experience using RIZN as possible. That was my intention, was to personalize the account to you. So when I say, hey, if you give a referral, for example, right? This is not, I have to talk to the team, so we haven't actually approved this yet. But let's say an example is, we're like, hey, you give a referral. When you give a referral, they get 30 days free, and then you get, 50% off on your next month's. I need to write that down. This is good. I got to write this down. This is good. 30 days free, and then you get 50% discount on next month. Oh, yeah. I like that. Okay, look at that. Brainstorming. We just brainstorm, guys. I'm not editing that. That's going on the video. So let's, for example, right? We do that, and then you come in and use RIZN. And once you come in and you see how personalized it is, just working with us, you're like, bro, I think I'm going to stay. That's exactly how you need to design your business. I trust in my operations. I trust in my director of operations and how we have set it up. I don't care. You come in, I know you're staying. I know you're staying because we will make sure to provide you as much value, even if it costs us thousands of dollars to do so. Because I'm not doing it for the money. The money means nothing to me. Most of you who understood this, I have a background as an airline pilot. I made enough money to really not really need to start a software company, right? So it's just more or less for the fact is I want to make an impact in the world. We're just being genuinely honest with you. Is because I personally believe that we are all destined and brought in this world for more than for me at least, more than what I was currently doing. And in the sense I love business. Business is a game. It's a game and it's also war. Okay. And when you mix it together, it's kind of intoxicating. But I'm getting sidetracked. But let's go back to it. So referrals. The third thing you can do is affiliates. Affiliates is basically, hey, how does this work? I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna draw it, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and explain affiliates here. 1 second, guys. Let me erase my board. All right. Affiliate says, hey, this is my business. Okay. That's a circle. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and reach out to you. Okay. You being, let's say your name is Martha. Martha has a wide network space, right? I'm like, hey, Martha, can you do me a favor? Martha's like, yeah, sure. Hey, you promote my product. Whenever someone signs up, I give you 40% upfront of whatever it is that they get. And then you get a 20% monthly residual payment for the lifetime of the customer. Every new customer you get 40% upfront and then 20% residual for the lifetime of the customer. Martha goes, oh, I like that. That's actually a pretty good deal. But here's the good part. Martha doesn't get paid until someone signs up, which means I don't have to worry about paying anything until someone signs up. So that's another way to market when you have no money, right? You see how everything's kind of going out? Step 1, you talk to your friends and family to buy your product. You get your friends and family to give you referrals, right? And then from there, you find somebody else to promote your product, and then you pay them a commission when someone buys your product. You see how everything's kind of connected, just step by step. The next thing you can do is you can now start volunteering your service for free for a big branded business, right? Volunteer the cheapest service that you have that is so easy for you to do. It's literally costing you nothing, but you can provide the most value to them. And then once they have the value, and then you upsell anything else. And you're like, oh my God, that's so slimy. It's business. It's not slimy. Okay. As long as you are whatever you're upselling, because my whole thing is this is if you don't make more money than you're spending with us, then it's only a matter of time before you stop doing service with us. I'm going to say that one more time. If you don't make more money than you spend with us, it's only a matter of time before you stop doing business with us, right? Because if I charge you 1,000 and you make 1,000, and I keep charging you 1,000, you make 1,000, it's only a matter of time for you like, why? I could just not do business with this guy and I don't have to do it. But if I say I charge you 1,000, you make 100, you're like, Emmanuel is yeah, hey man, I'm gonna need about 10 more projects from you because 10 grand, I'm making $1 million, bro. The thing is this: the reality you have to understand is people need to be making or gaining 10 times more from you than they're spending with you. That is the rule because if they are evening out, if they're spending 1,000 to make 1,000, then they don't really need you. That's a genuine honest truth because they're just losing time, right? So think about how you can add more value. So volunteer service is cheapest for you to provide, and then you can also volunteer in communities as well. The reality is this: you have to get more people to know you because the truth is this: when people ask me, "Hey, what do you do?" Hey, I'm an owner of RIZN Results, right? I can say that, all right? Or I can say, "Hey, listen, this is my elevator pitch," right? When people ask me, "What do you do?" I'm like, "Do you know B Dubs?" They're like, "Yeah." Do you know a food truck? Yeah. Okay, good. I was like, "What's your experience like when you dine in a 5 star restaurant or in like B Dubs, for instance? B Dubs is not a 5 star restaurant, but example, you dine at a 5 star restaurant. Oh, it's phenomenal, dude. It's good. Okay, good. What we do is we take that food truck and we convert that food truck experience. We give it the marketing of a 5 star dining." And you're like, ooh. Now you understand? Rather than me saying, I'm the CEO of a software company, we do this, we do this, we do this. I just basically gave you an imagination. You're like, you guys transform a food truck to a 5 star dining, but still as a food truck? Yeah. And it's basically like, explain further. What do you mean? We basically take a small business and give it the same marketing fuel that a big business has at a fraction of the cost. So this way they can stay in operation and reach more people. Bro, that's it. I don't have to tell you about everything we do. I just need to basically get you in. Once you're in, then I can say, hey, what area in your business are you weak in? And then we help you there. And then everything else is like unlocking a piece of a puzzle. You have to understand is you need to run like RIZN can do 1,000 things. I'll be very honest with you. We can do 1,000 things. I'm a software programmer myself, and as a developer, I can tell you this when you start there's a lot of back end things that we can do. There's a lot of features we can glue it. We can have API. We're developing some other tools to complement it. We can do a million things. But if I told you all the million things we did, you'd be like, "Well, I'm not. I got to think about it." That's why I don't. It's I sell you a piece of the puzzle, right? You get a piece. Once you get a piece, what's next? Then you're like, oh man, listen, I have a problem with this. Oh, magically unlocked. RIZN can do it again. Oh my God, really? Boom, solve that problem. Next problem comes up. Oh man, I really need this for this. RIZN does it. Like, dude, this is the greatest tool, man. How many things can RIZN do? Right? That is exactly how we pitch it when we do a volunteer or something like that. Is I'm getting carried away, guys. But like, hey, what do? Give them that quick elevator pitch. So make your elevator pitch, volunteer, because when you volunteer, people always ask you, what do you do? Hi, I'm a SaaSpreneur. I'm a business owner. This is my elevator pitch. However you want to do it. Next is cross sell. How does cross sell work? Hey, let's say you're real estate, starting out, or you start at insurance, right? You're like, okay, all right. You're like, okay, do I go buy leads? You can absolutely go buy leads if you want to go buy leads, right? Or you can do something else. You can be like, okay, what industry is adjacent to mine or opposite to mine that is actually, in some way, shape, or form, selling complementary products to what I sell, or they need someone of my skill set, but they're not able to offer their service. Oh, mortgage brokers. Oh, interesting. So mortgage brokers basically, broker loans, mortgages, right? And I sell life insurance that can be used for mortgage protection. Oh, so what I need to do is I need to find mortgage brokers that don't have someone helping out with the mortgage protection side of things and then step in and do the mortgage protection, offering my services. This way, rather than them having to lose the client and lose the money and lose the revenue, they can just keep the business in house with me. They get a piece of the pie. I get a piece of the pie, and we all win. And then this is where I grow my book of business. And then I take them back to step 2, which is referral. Ooh. Ooh. Now, number 6, content creation. That is what I'm doing right now. You have to understand something. I believe it was Patrick Bet-David that said this. He says, if you don't create content just to create content to be able to get followers and views, you create content because it's your only way of creating identity. Because if somebody said they don't like you tomorrow, If someone says that they don't like you and they start posting stuff and start talking trash about you, you're not online to defend yourself. You have no audience that will back you up. Zero, right? And true, next thing you have to understand is this. When I do business, right? I give an example. I just found this stuff called Liquid IV. It's like a performance thing that makes you like excited and gives you electrolytes, right? I know, no. I was like, you know what? I gotta Google them. Let me see. I Google them and I watch a few YouTube videos and I do this. I'm like, oh, that's how that works. Cool. That's how people buy in this day and age. Is they look and consume your content because they want to see who you are, what you do, and when they do consume your content, they're like, oh, now that makes sense. Now that's why I want to do business with this business because they are creating content. They are present online. It doesn't matter how good it is. It doesn't matter how good your camera is. It doesn't matter how good. This is a $80 microphone. Oh, no. I love my microphone. It's an $80 microphone. Okay? With my amazing computer that I'm using the screen recording to record this video to you with my amazing face right there in that circle. Right? Because I understand the importance of content creation. So you need to create content out there, but you have to understand it is a long-term strategy. Long-term strategy. You have to make it a habit. You cannot quit. I'm preaching. Somebody say amen. Can I get a hallelujah? Can I get a hallelujah? No? Okay. Sorry. Okay, no one's going to give me that. All right. I know I played too much, guys. I know I played too much. This is my personality. If you ever work with me, we can get serious, get straight to business. But I enjoy actually making content and actually having fun. Number 7 is you could cold call. Cold calling is absolutely fine, but just be very careful because there's guidelines and TCPA laws. Be very careful with that. But cold calling is a lot of grinding, man. You got to be grinding. But first, you need the data, and that's where you're going to get them, where the money's going to come out. You have to either pay for a lead vendor, pay for a list, right? And you have to be willing to sit for long hours and just pound on the phone, get told to F off, told no, cursed out. Then eventually maybe one person will say yes. You can do cold calling. Or you can do number 8. If you have a few dollars in the bank, is you can do paid advertising. And you're like, oh my God. But you're like, I don't know how to run ads. I don't know how to run ads. I really don't know how to run ads. How do I run ads? Simple. You go on RIZNresults.com/free trial. RIZNresults.com/free trial. RIZNresults.com/free trial. And what you do is pretty simple. Is you click on it, you start your free trial. Once you do, you have access to a tool called the RIZN Ads Launcher that allows you to launch ads in just 3 clicks without ever having to log on to your Facebook Ads Manager. Okay? And then guess what happens magically after you do that? We publish it on Facebook and we automatically manage it for you. Automatically manage it for you. Okay? So you can do that. And this way you don't have to pay for expensive ad courses. We're fitting the bill to make sure that you succeed in business. That's basically it. We want to provide you the most value. All right? So this way you can literally start doing paid advertising without actually ever having to hire agencies, without ever having to hire or pay for leads. Okay? That all can be done inside of the RIZN Results platform. All right? And I told you there was going to be a bonus. We do a bonus. Gonna be a bonus. Gotta be a bonus. Gotta be a bonus. I'm going to give you the bonus right now. Okay. If you go to RIZN Results, all right? It's better if I type this out because my handwriting is amazing. If you go to RIZNresults.com/Facebook-ad-template, okay, you go there, you get access to my Facebook ad templates. Okay, so you basically, what would happen is once you start your free trial, you go ahead and click that, and boom, you can go ahead and access the Facebook ad templates, which is we have over 20 templates is more than a dozen industries. Might be saying that a little backwards. We can go ahead and drag and drop, click it, add it in there right now, and then you can add it on the ads launcher and automatically start running the ads. Templates are completely free. You don't have to pay. It's free templates. Este es free. The template is free. Go ahead and click the link below. And that's it, guys. Oh, I'm going to put that in the description too. Claim your free ad template on rizenresults.com/Facebook ad template. And for that, I'm going to say enjoy with my amazing tunes. I'm not going to keep embarrassing myself.